What's up, gang? It's Buzz Saiyan here, your favorite Super Saiyan on the YouTube waves. I'm coming at you with a throwback session. I've never done a Yu-Gi-Oh deck review on this channel. I've not been an active player for many years, but I thought I'm gonna go back to basics. Well, not really basics, but sort of definitely a throwback sort of session type of event, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna review one of my old school decks from Yu-Gi-Oh. There are a few that I got in my Yu-Gi-Oh vault, as you might call it. I used to love the game. I watched the first season because that's the only season that you should ever watch. All right, no, I'm just kidding. Season 2, Season 3 are also great as well. I did watch the first couple of seasons until Konami gave the rights to 5DS, or I don't even know what the hell was going on there. But still, the card game stayed very much relevant up to the date where we are today, and it is definitely one of the greatest card games ever out there. Um, it's constantly evolving. It's constantly supported by an anime, and that's exactly what the players need to see. If you look at some of the other card games, their failings might be that there is just not enough supportive media out there, and Yu-Gi-Oh does have that right. I have a huge respect for the guys that do all the production for Yu-Gi-Oh, and of course for the players as well, because I can totally understand why they love this game so much. In fact, I used to play it for many years, so. What I'm going to cover today is my old machine deck. A very simple start, very simple gameplay, and it was very, very simple to build as well, because if you bought the Machina Fortress sort of pre-constructed deck, if you bought three of them, you could pretty much build this deck. You throw in a couple of additional cards, spells, magic cards, traps, and you're good to go. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna jump into it. So, we are starting out with, like I said, it's a gadget deck. It's a Machina deck. So we're gonna start with the gadgets. We got three green gadgets. Um, I'm not gonna stop there. I'm actually gonna throw out all the gadgets. We got 9 gadgets altogether. So we got 3 red gadgets, green gadgets, and 3 yellow gadgets. They all search one or the other ones out. I think the best one is Green Gadget. He's got the highest attack. Second one would be Red Gadget, the highest defense, and Yellow Gadget is probably the worst out of the three. Red Gadget searches out Yellow Gadget, Yellow Gadget searches out Green Gadget, Green Gadget searches out Red Gadget. So it's a very good sort of early play. If you have any of these guys in your hand, just play one of them, search for another one from your card, and that's going to be super beneficial as we go further into the deck. So we definitely start with the playset of the 3 gadgets. They're fairly important for this deck to work properly. Then we got the full play set of Machina Soldier. It's a pretty sweet card. You can normal summon it. It's got a fairly good attack for the time when it was released. If you normal summon it while you control no other monsters, you can then search your deck for a Machina monster and add it to your hand. Except, of course, another copy of Machina monster. Super cool. It doesn't give you a limit on what kind of machine monster you can search. You can search basically anything in the deck because all we play are machine monsters, which is really sweet. So this is our main search engine. It's also got a decent attack, somewhat of a defense. We don't really care about that. The important stuff is that we get to search with this guy. Then we play 3 Machina gear frames. Machina gear frames are pretty sweet. Got a very good attack, 1800, 0 defense, but well, I mean, what does that matter? And of course, it's a normal summon with no tributes for 4 stars. Obviously, that's what you get. And what it allows us to do is that basically, if you normal summon it, you can have one Machina monster except the same guy from your deck to your hand. And once per turn during your main phase, you can equip this card to another one of your machine type monsters. And if that monster will be destroyed, you can destroy a Machina gear frame. So it's one of the definitely the sweetest cards in the deck. Um, You get to search with it, you get to attach it, and it's like a free sacrifice. By the way, I completely screwed up on Machina Soldier. Sorry, you actually get to special summon a Machina monster from your hand. This one doesn't searches you. It was Gear Frame that searches you, and with this one, if you play it, you can special summon any monster, Machina monster from your hand, which is gonna be super cool once we get to like you can just summon a Gear Frame. It gives you a free summon basically. That's what it does. It was Gear Frame that searches for you, and you can also attach it as an equip card to one of your monsters, and it basically um, helps your monster not to be killed, because you get to destroy, you get to sacrifice Machina Gear Frame instead of the monster you attach it to. We'll play one Oilman. Looking at the deck right now, I could potentially consider upping this to 2. Again, it's one of those Union monsters. So in your main phase, you can equip this to a machine type monster you control as an equip card, and whenever the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you draw 1 card. So it's really good card draw. Obviously, it's worth running definitely at least 1, maybe even 2. Love the little hero's oil writing on the chest. It's just so cool, Oil Man. Yeah, definitely good card draw engine. Obviously, 400 attack, 400 defense. He's not really good for anything else, but it's certainly good to have him as a card draw engine. Then we got 2 Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons, again, another machine monster. If you control, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon him for free. 2100 attack, 1600 defense. Even if you got a tribute summon for it, 2100 attack is not too bad, but you really want this in your opening hand. If your opponent goes first, this is why we only run 2 of these guys, to ensure that we are able to play him out for free, and then we can follow him up with maybe another gadget, search for it, or obviously one of the best plays would be to drop Cyber Dragon, then get Machina Soldier out. No, that wouldn't work with it. I suppose Cyber Dragon comes out first, and then you play maybe a Machina Gear Frame. You get to search for another card. Like I said, guys, I haven't looked at these cards for a long time, so I'm kind of just playing this by ear. But still, the fact that you can basically play him for free is pretty amazing. It used to be amazing, at least back in the days. And then, of course, the big boy, the big boss, the finisher, Machina Fortress. Excellent card. 2500 attack, 1600 defense. You can discard machine type monsters whose total levels equal to 8 or more to special summon this card. So you don't have to tribute summon him. You can just sacrifice 2 of your 4 drops. You get to search with all your gadgets, so you get additional fuel into your hand to get Machina Fortress out easily. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy 1 card your opponent controls. That could be any card. It doesn't have to be a creature or a monster. Sorry, it can be a trap, it can be a spell, whatever they have in play. Of course, it can be a monster as well. And of course, when this face-up card you control targeted by an opponent's effect, monster's effect, you can look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 card from their hand. So it's very versatile. It's definitely the finisher. It does double duty, and it's a huge attack. Well, relatively huge attacker as well. So definitely a 3 of. It's got to be the finisher here in the deck, and it's very easy to get him out. You can actually get him out in like turn 2 as well. So super devastating. Now down to magic cards. Back in the days, I don't know what the deal is right now, but Raigeki used to be legal. Destroy all of your opponent's monsters on the field. Just very plain and simple. And I actually pulled this card from a Legend of the Blue Dragon booster back in 2005, I think. So I had this card for a long time. I'll probably pass it down to my children when I have any. And of course, if we can duplicate that, we will duplicate that. So we got Lightning Vortex in here. Same effect, but with discarding a card. Super good. Basically, we are allowed to have 2 Raigekis in the deck. And then we got Heavy Storm, which destroys all the trap cards and spell cards on the field. Super good. Just gotta ensure that you got nothing, face down on your side, or whatever you have down is sacrificable, of course. Swords of Revealing Light, definitely Yugi's one of Yugi's favorite cards back in the days. You flip all the opponent's face down monsters; they do not get to activate, and for 3 turns they cannot attack. So if you get swords down, your opponent basically can't attack unless they are able to remove these swords, and you just get free reign to win the game. Brain Control, pay 800 life points and gain control of one of your opponent's monsters till the end of turn. Again, super good, probably banned now. I don't really know what the current tidings are of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's just a super overpowered card. Then we got Hammer Shot, which destroys the highest attack monster on your opponent's field, complemented by Smashing Ground, which does the same for the defense. Take out the highest attack, highest defense your opponent has. Pot of Avarice. You get to shuffle back 5 monster cards from your graveyard, which can be pretty good with some of these cards. And you get to draw 2 cards, which is absolutely brilliant. And I'm pretty sure this card is banned now. Then we got 3 copies of Shrink. Basically halves the original attack of one of your opponent's monsters, so it's super good. It just basically gives you a kill. It's also a reaction spell card, so super good to use. And then, of course, one of the other finishers next to Machina Fortress is Solidarity. It's a continuous spell card. If all the monsters you have on the field have the same type, which we do, all our monsters are machine, unless we still steal something with brain control that isn't machine, then all our monsters gain 800 attack. So it's just very, very useful. It used to be very useful back in the days. Imagine your Machina Fortress becomes a 300 attacker. So that is pretty amazing. And then down to trap cards, we got 1 Solemn Judgment, the ultimate negate, I suppose. We got 1 Trap Hole. Trap Hole, just any, your opponent flips a monster whose attack is 1000 or more, and you get to destroy it. We got 1 Changing Destiny. It basically taps a creature. That creature can't attack, and your opponent gets to choose whether they lose life or we gain life according to the size of the number of the attack of the creature that we negated with that. And we got 2 Dimensional Prisons. Again, just a very good way to remove attacking monsters from our opponent's side. Now I do have 1 copy of Mirror Force as well that I would be running here, but I think I distributed that to another deck just to sort of balance out things. I'm starting to look at my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I just want to build up like a battle box sort of thing, so we can pick out 4 decks, any 4 decks, and just play against each other, which I think is a pretty cool thing. I mean, I got that idea from Magic. They have this new whole battle box thing. Maybe not necessarily the battle box that was made up by gosh, can't remember his name. Um, uh, Brian, not anyway, it doesn't matter. Channel Fireball guy. Sorry, this is this is appalling. Anyway, I thought it would be a great concept to just build up 4 sort of balanced Yu-Gi-Oh decks, because I got some of my friends who have mentioned that I'll be interested to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm not gonna get into it. I'm like, I ain't gonna get into it, but I got some cards, so I'm gonna build 4 decks, and then we can just get the decks out and play against each other. So yes, I do have a Mirror Force, and I probably played a Mirror Force in this deck, back in the days. Probably one of the reasons why I have Raigeki in here. But not many traps, to be fair. So yeah, I mean, looking at these cards, I still love the artwork. I'm not gonna lie. I think the artwork is still very very solid going back. I also don't mind that they are slightly smaller than your normal trading cards. You could not squeeze a Dragon Ball card into that sleeve if you take them out. There is just an ever so slight size difference, which is not too bad, and makes these cards unique. And obviously, less resources used to print the cards, which is never a bad thing, of course, as well. So yeah, it's really cool to look at these old school cards. I'm probably gonna cover my other decks as well. I have, off the top of my head, I have maybe another two decks, so I definitely need to build a third deck, um, which I am also gonna try and cover in this new sort of, I don't know, throwback Yu-Gi-Oh sort of session that I just created here. This isn't serious, guys. So don't take it serious. I mean, I've not played Yu-Gi-Oh for many years. I just wanted to bring something new to you guys, and I just wanted to sort of show you the current progressions in my brain, what I'm thinking about right now. Right now, I'm back at Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm also very much into Dragon Ball again, and definitely back to the old school versus system. Right now, I am neglecting Magic a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't, and I know that for some people it might be, oh my god, blasphemy. But yeah, I'm kind of sort of scaling down in terms of money spent on these things because they are, God, you guys know how fucking expensive these things are. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it's been a little bit clunky, but I've been working full blast all day. I am a little bit tired, and I just wanted to give some fresh content to you guys, and I hope you appreciate it. And I'll definitely be returning with some more Yu-Gi-Oh content. So peace out, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment, and definitely share as well. Peace, 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 peace.